Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, today, yes, we were supposed to resume to the periodic table, but the creator gave me so many different things to think about and work with today. And this actually never happened. He never told me to pick from a plethora of topics that he has presented me with for the day. However, I felt that this particular one was a little bit more important. As we start to ascend and form these higher levels of consciousness, we're going to start connecting with other people who too share that consciousness, right? And we've talked about the collective thought process and just the overall spirit and energy that connects us all, right? Which is this consciousness. This is the creator allowing our spirits to grow and develop. And, as anyone knows, it's spirits, it's different levels, it's a combination of spirits and levels that will allow you, and when I say spirits, I mean your hierarchy, right? Your level of hierarchy in the spiritual world, and then just the level that you're already on, like before you even ascend, right? All of those things matter, but it's important to not be weary. And I'm not saying that energy vampires are not out there and to just open yourself up to be robbed and finessed out of your gifts and your energy. But what I am saying is that as we grow and develop and become a part of this really big consciousness, you're going to notice that people are going to think like you. They're going to say things like you. They're going to wear things that you may wear, eat the things you may eat, listen to the things you may listen to. You guys are sharing a spirit, right? You have this entity or this energy. You're literally in sync with one thing. And if you are vibrating at a level enough where you can see it, like in your face, not online, not with strangers, I mean people that you know, this is a great sign. It's one thing to surf the internet and have strangers, up and down your timeline that you can identify with, but it's a total nother thing when the creator allows these people to come into your life and you cross paths with them, whether you build with them, get to know them in exchange with them or not, right? So that's just a whole nother level, and we can get to that, but don't be alarmed when you start ascending and seeing other people who too share interests and likes and things that you may resonate with, they resonate with, or you two just resonate with each other. And it can be minute or it could be grand, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. If you can look at a person and identify the God in them and notice that you have a lot of different hobbies, interests, you may even have a particular cadence in your voice, or just how you function overall. This is a sign that the creator is about to start putting you in touch with your soul family, right? And he's prepping you to be able to handle that, because the same way it's hard for people to handle you with all your goodness, all your grades, and that strong personality, it's gonna be a challenge for you to handle it also. Like, could you imagine if you had to go into a room and deal with people who were like you? Someone with such a strong, dominant, God-like presence. It's intimidating. And you don't have to be jealous. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be any of those things, right? To be taken aback by someone's presence, right? So just imagine how you would feel if you were in a room with you. Okay, so think of it like that. Like, how would you receive yourself? And As you ascend and as you start, now, again, it's not like the energy vampires are not out there. And I'm not saying that you cannot be witnessing people emulating you and trying to present your energy and your overall, aura as it being their own. I'm not saying that that's not possible and you're not witnessing, but you will be able to tell the difference. If you can't, then more than likely they are stealing your energy, right? And that's not entirely true, but this can only be true if you know them, right? Because if you don't know a person and you don't have contact with them in any kind of way, I mean, they can steal your energy, but your level of consciousness in regards to that will immediately cause for, backfires and a withdrawal, from out of your energetic field. It'll stop immediately once you become aware of it, or they'll keep going until they feel like they have penetrated your aura or your energetic field. Now, you may say, okay, like, what is this? You can look at your genes or your bloodline, right? So after God, after the cycles, your birth date, your planets, the planets that are friends with your planets, are some of the ways that you can get information on, not only who or what other zodiac signs and planets are similar to yours. I'll give you an example. Let's just say a Pisces and a Sagittarius, right? These are two different elements, right? Pisces is water, Sag is fire. But they both are represented by Jupiter. So the different aspects of Jupiter will show up different, but you will still see the end result in some kind of way. Whether it be the spiritual aspect of those two different zodiac signs, whether it be the student or the scholarly journey investigator type or energy that will be presented, whether it is it could be anything, okay? The psychic part, and all of these things will present in a different way, of course, with the different personality, but I mean the zodiac sign itself, because these are two different elements. They have totally different fashions in which they function, totally different ideas of how they express themselves and how they perceive the world, but the energy of Jupiter is attached to the both of them. So one way or the other, you'll start to see the spiritual aspect, the scholar aspect, the good luck aspect, the one who is the journey or the solo man. All of those things will come up if you observe, right? Even if it's someone who is just a friend, like if your planets are friends, okay? All of these things matter because they're energetically connected to you in more than one dimension. So they affect you in more than one dimension. So that's the thing. Once you connect yourself to the higher level of consciousness and the Creator allows you to start tapping in to the gifts that you use for this life and the next and the one from behind you, that's when you know you're elevating in a way where you can connect with people who are also a part of this community. Again, you don't have to make direct contact, but when you do, this is a for sure sign that you are going in the right direction. And again, be wary, because people can always wear a mask and some people can be sent to you, right? We've talked about monitoring spirits, so people can be sent to you from other people on this plane. So again, I'm not saying that the vampires are not lurking and the monitoring spirits are not stalking, and the predators are not preying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the energy of the collective is going to start presenting itself in you, around you, okay? Around you. So don't always have your guard up thinking someone is stealing your energy. It could just be that the creator is showing you share something with this person, right? We always have these conversations about warfare, about, constantly being under attack and having to be on guard. But rarely do we talk about the good things. I mean, we always talk about how the creator loves us and blesses us and, guides us and protects us, right? Those are good things. But as far as us and how we operate and how things unfold and how we need to just pretty much walk in light. Yes, sometimes the result of walking in light leaves you isolated and confused, and sometimes irritated and frustrated because you're just irritated with the process until you reach that level of mental and spiritual maturity, right? You just learn to roll with the punches. You learn to go with what the creator is giving you, right? You learn to accept your calling, right? We all have these goals and these journeys and this purpose that we were created for. It doesn't matter if the purpose over your life is big or small. Everything is interconnected, right? And when I say big or small, I mean, is your journey or purpose related to serving the masses or just your home, your community? Are you responsible for creating the curse breaker? Are you the curse breaker or are you the one who made the curse breaker? All of that is connected. It's all your bloodline. It's all, what the creator wrote over your life. Because a lot of us, once we go through this spiritual warfare and after we go through the attack and after we come out on the other end and we realize that God does, love us and he protects us and, all of these good things, we still have this guard up where we feel the need to constantly defend when the creator has already been defending you. So it's very important to learn when, where, and who to drop your guard with. Not everyone that's coming in your life is sent to attack you. Some people are just simply sent to give you a new perspective, a different perspective, a new appreciation for life, a new understanding. Even people that oppose you, right? You don't have to always click with people that are similar. Sometimes opposites attract, and they do really well in that, that state of polarity. And that's absolutely fine because that's balance. That's what life is all about, equilibrium. Being calibrated, receiving the things that you are lacking, right? That is what life is. God is going to provide you with the things you need. If you need them, that means you don't have them, right? So that's how you have to start looking at things. Not everything is sent to counter what God is doing. It's sent to support what God is doing. It's meant to counter your mindset. It's meant to counter your old beliefs and habits and ideals and customs. It's not meant to counter the purpose of your journey. It's meant to shake you up and get you onto the path that the creator is pushing you towards, right? And the only way you can get something new is to do something new, to end the old things and start new things, right? But I do love y'all. I hope y'all are drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free, and enjoying this weather. Hope y'all are enjoying y'all weekend. And we will be resuming to the periodic table this week for sure. Of course, you don't have to wait for me to continue and do your own studying on your own time. All right. But I love y'all, and I'm going to go ahead and get on up out of here. Peace.